What is the one thing that separates a great manager from one who gets passed over for a promotion? It's usually not just their track record or their smarts or even their technical skills. It is something way more basic, and it is probably not what you think. It is courage. Welcome to Global Compass Hub Academy. We're here to help managers, leaders like you, lead with passion and purpose. We want you to inspire your teams and drive real change. My friends, today we are diving into a quality that's the base for all great leadership. It's not a tool or a method, but something much, much deeper. It is courage. Aristotle once said, "You will never do anything in this world without courage." He called it the greatest quality next to honor. My friends, courage is not just for crisis. Courage is not just about being brave when everything is falling apart. It's having a steady excitement for your vision, even when the path is rough. As a leader, whether you're a project manager, a director, a young entrepreneur, an executive, you have to guide big, bold ideas through tough and uncertain times. This job will challenge you, but courage is the fuel that keeps you going. My friends, think about a time you had to deal with someone in a conflicting environment. It could be your team at work, it could be a partner, or it could be some stakeholders that you have to do business with. Maybe their bad attitude was scaring you, was scaring other people around you. You know you have to have the talk, and you knew the talk would be hard, and you were a little scared that it will go wrong. I had such an opportunity to train or to mentor a young leader who had to confront a resistant team member who was not only adverse to change at work, but also that person's attitude also instilled fear in the rest of the team. The leader knew the conversation would be uncomfortable and was afraid it would go badly. Yet, after multiple coaching sessions, with courage, that young leader addressed the issues head on, telling the team members he would need to change long held habits and address his attitude for the sake of the team. The conversation was tough indeed, but afterward, the team member returned, thanked the leader for his honesty, and acknowledged the need for change, not just at work, but also in his own private life. This small act of courage by this young leader sparked a positive transformation for the entire team. And most importantly, it led to the transformation of that team members who, according to many, was very toxic for the team. That small act of courage sparked a significant shift for the entire team. My friends, how do you handle hard conversations? Do you wait until the problem gets so hard that it blows up? Or do you deal with it quickly with a desire to understand rather than to judge? If you step up, you will often find it's not as scary as you thought. So stop losing sleep and getting stressed. Stop sharing the story with so many people who may not even have the understanding in the background because you're just looking for a pity party. My friends, I encourage you to go into the talk wanting to help the other person. Always believe there is something you don't know about the situation or the person. And you might be surprised by how good the talk goes. Now, if you suspect the other person is truly a jerk and you cannot really get through, I will tell you, still go start with curiosity, but don't be a fool. Don't be naive. As Maya Angelou said, when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. That's a powerful lesson about trust and seeing things clearly. Now, can you think of recent stories in the news where organizations or individuals lack the courage to take a stand, to call issues as they are because of political calculations? Do you know of any political persona who were against an issue today and now supporting the issue when the issue favors them, even though the issue itself has not changed? True courage is standing up for your position on key issues, even though they may be unpopular with some powerful groups in your community, in your work environment, with people you do business with. If you believe what you're doing is right, stand for what is right. The Christian Bible said, "You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand and it gives light to everyone in the house." And the same way, let your light shine. Let your courage shine before others that they may see your good deeds. You thought I was going to talk about politics and religion, right? No, we are staying in business. What is courage? Courage sets great leaders apart. Here's the real truth. A leader without courage is just a manager with a title. Leadership that ducks conflict, hard choices, or criticism is empty. Leadership without courage is a joke. When leaders lack this quality, teams get lost. New ideas stop and organizations fail. My friends, you might see people who bully others around to seem powerful. They are bullies. And oftentimes they are bullies on one side and cowards on the other side. I'm not talking about them. They might have power because of their title, but they lack the real authority to lead and to influence. People act nice to their face and speak poorly of them later. We don't support that. Have the courage to talk to a bully face to face. Think about it. A young woman named Malala. When she was just a girl, a dangerous group in her home country of Pakistan tried to stop girls from going to school. They even hurt her for speaking up. But Malala refused to be quiet. She had the courage to face danger and keep fighting for education for herself and for others. She stood up for a simple but huge idea. Every child deserves to learn. Every child deserves to learn. This kind of courage, where you risk everything for what is right, is the highest level of leadership. Malala's story proves that the bravest leaders are often the ones who speak the loudest for the people who have no voice. It is not about you when you're a leader. It is not about your self-interest. It is not about your hidden agenda. It is about the people who follow you. My friends, courage is not a feeling. It is an action. Fear is the feeling. Courage is the response to that feeling. You decide to step up to a tough conversation. You decide to start a risky new project. You decide to start a business in spite of it all. You decide to take a stand for what is right. These are all conscious decisions. These are all courageous decisions. My friends, we looked at 100 big-time leaders from business to social change to innovators. Get this, 94% of them faced career-ending opposition when they made their biggest moves. 94% of them faced career-ending opposition when they made their biggest moves. They weren't fearless. They acted with strong belief in spite of their fear. So you may ask, What does courageous leadership look like? Courage isn't just nice. Courage is needed. Courageous leaders do these things. They stand up for what is right. They stand up even when people fight them. They stand up even when people do not believe in them. They decide to have hard conversations to keep their team healthy and happy. They push for new ideas and let people try new things, even when it's risky. Now, I am not stating for you to be careless. I am saying for you to take the next step towards your vision. Courageous leaders act like a light of hope. Courageous leaders believe that their team will have the strength and the confidence to move forward with them. My friends, everyday courage in the workplace takes many forms. It's a team leader fixing harmful behavior. It is an entrepreneur honestly talking about a failed product and learning from it. It is a team member pushing for inclusion. All these small acts of courage build strong teams. All these small acts of courage build great work cultures. So, are you ready? Are you ready to put on the big pants and lead with courage? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, you manage tasks, but you lead people.